Geoff Johns is the big boss. Justice League, Runtime, and a Deathstroke film in development. And it's Mikey Christmas's birthday!
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's DC Movie News.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe.
I'm not even
After
rhythm.
3
I'm not
years?
even rhythm.
Yeah, we are saying.
We bounce all the time?
Always bounce.
We bounce all the
I
time.
don't think I pay
Sometimes
attention.
I cover the hands as we bounce.
Okay.
And I'll bounce for you.
You know we're
Okay,
bouncing
maybe that's
for your birthday. What's up, everybody?
Oh,
It's
boy.
the DC Movie News Show on the Popcorn Talk Network, and we are celebrating the birthday of the one, the only Mikey Christmas. Let's get started right now.
It's not Christmas, it's a birthday!
It's almost Halloween,
It's
too.
Christmas for me. So, yeah, it's like a birthday thingy.
Hell yeah.
Not until I get those baked goods of yours,
There
buddy.
you go.
Oh, man, I want those so bad.
Oh my god, I love the chat. They're all going crazy for Mikey's birthday.
Hey, guys. And I'm here. I'm here today.
Heck yeah. Also, happy birthday, Lewis Cox, in the chat. It's also your birthday, and shout out to
Hey.
you, buddy.
He's your birthday, brother.
Watching
And
every week.
Scorpio, fellow Scorpio. And people got a little some hate against Scorpios.
Why?
Like, Twitter's like, uh-oh, Scorpio season. Be careful, everybody.
I think they say that about every sign.
Do they?
Yeah.
Maybe I just pay attention because
No,
I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpios are kind of feistier.
We're hot-headed. We're tempered.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
My mom was a Scorpio,
We're
so I'm
wonderful.
down with the
We're
Scorpios.
wonderful lovers.
Oh, wow.
That's important.
Wonderful lover.
That's important.
Excuse me, would anybody out there would like a wonderful lover? He's
Would you be my
here.
lover?
Lover friend.
We're gonna be lovers.
I don't know what Leos are, but we're certainly not that.
Lovers.
Leo's a great one. Leo's a lion.
Yeah.
I'm a freaking crab, man.
Queries?
No,
A dungeon-
Cancer.
A Dungeness crab?
a dungeon.
crab.
A Dungeness crab.
You're a Dungeness crab? Is that what you're a
That'd
Maryland
be
crab?
cooler. It's like I always thought that. Like I'm like I'm a crab. They're like, you have crabs. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
Good
Cancer
enough.
and crab. That really.
It's not fun.
No.
Yeah,
We're like sensitive.
sure.
You're sensitive, Rox?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you?
I don't know.
I think
I don't
past
know you'd be
I think
sensitive.
past the shell, there's some sensations. Sensitive?
Some sensuality.
A lot of
some
sensuality.
Doggy style. What
Well,
just happened?
PG-13!
Here we go.
All right, at DC Movies SK
Here
on Twitter,
we go.
Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. Johnny Loquasto here with you at Jquasto. Adam Gertler is in New York. I asked him what he's doing. He said eating pizza. So that's what he's doing. If you're in New York, go find him. He's eating pizza.
Legitimately, that was his response. Like,
Yes.
oh, what do we tell the people you're doing?
Eating
Pizza.
Now, I'm curious, is he cooking the pizza? Like, is he testing and helping? And
You know-
building, or is he
Mamma
just,
mia, pizza.
or is he like, did he go, what are you doing? Like, actually, right then, he's in a pizzeria eating pizza.
If I know Gertler, he's getting paid to eat pizza.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I
like-
think it's probably for one of those networks
Yeah,
that
he's
he's
putting
Food
prosciutto
Network
on
something.
it, he's putting,
No, I don't even know if he's having to put anything on it. I think he's probably
Yeah.
getting paid to put it in his mouth. The pizza.
Well,
No, some
Yep.
people do get paid to put.
that's
things
what
in their mouth.
That is true. And that's how the world goes.
It's how it goes.
And the crown jewel of the DC Movie News Show.
Oh, yeah.
I get paid to put things out of my mouth.
Well, what?
Words.
Words.
Right. Well, it's, yeah, technically.
So, hey, sidetrack.
I get paid to do both. Mm-hmm. Well, with the cannabis company.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes. It's medication.
Took too long to get there.
So,
It's
follow her
Roxy.
everywhere. She's Roxy Striar.
She's Roxy Striar. It's not her birthday, but she's next to the birthday boy. Woohoo!
Yep, got it.
Nailed it.
And the birthday boy celebrating his 25th year on Earth.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Don't I look good for 25?
You can follow him everywhere at Mike Kalinowski. He's
Hello, everybody.
Mike
Hello, everybody.
Christmas
It's good to see you all.
Kalinowski.
Thanks for joining us last week in our solo outing. I missed you guys.
Man, you crushed it.
What do you like better, The Killer or Mikey Christmas?
I don't know because I'm in transition with the killer. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like because people online have started calling me something else, and I don't know if we're gonna go with that. Things are in the works. Things are in the works.
I mean-
But Mikey Christmas always.
always Mikey Christmas. That
Yeah.
we can't use that though on the Schmodown. That's not. That's
No.
not
We
gonna
got a lot of
intimidate
good-
people.
No, that Christmas is not like ho ho ho. I'm gonna kill you guys in this game show.
Yeah.
Unless your
Yeah.
name is
Doesn't really
Krampus. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
No, we'll see.
We have a lot of goodness on the Schmodown coming up in the next number of weeks. That's for sure.
That's true.
Starring Mikey Killer Christmas. All right. So yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
And it's been a pretty good week
Yeah.
for DC.
It's been a really good.
Well,
Yeah.
Mikey, you crushed it. You went solo, ham solo.
Well, here's the thing that you guys know about me. People listening probably know about me. I could talk. That's my fault. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was wondering. I was like, what happened?
I could talk for hours about DC to nobody.
Sure.
Which I proved, and we were like, I'm like, Steven was like, how long do I have to go? And he's like, 15 minutes or so. We're done. He's like, how long do we go? He's like, we went 37 minutes.
Oh my God.
With like 3 news stories.
Good for you,
And I'm
Mikey.
like, so I could talk to anybody. I'm my own best friend. I don't need an audience. But thank you for joining me in. That was awesome. You guys, we had like 100 people in the chat.
So great. Is your new nickname Spiky Mikey?
What?
That's what Sky's calling you.
Spiky Mikey.
No, Sky just has really creative nicknames for people.
All right. Spiky Mikey.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Like, ooh, you spiky. That's not something that the hip kids are even aware of these days. It's not a millennial term.
It's not a term?
But we can make it.
Nah.
Now. All right, moving on.
All right, so there's a number of things we could say as a top story, but let's just start off at the top of the whole deal, and that's Geoff Johns.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Many could say that he's become the Kevin Feige of Warner Brothers DC Films.
We've always been complaining that they don't have one.
a Kevin Feige, yeah.
Sure. So what, I mean...
I saw this article, and I don't know if I read it wrong. I don't know what it means, though. I thought it meant he is... Like, because Feige, for a while, reported to Marvel and this and that. And
so you're talking about the Bleeding Cool article.
Yes.
That's title is Geoff Johns, DC president, no longer reports to DC.
Right. Mm-hmm. And the same
Which is
way
very confusing.
And the same way that Feige, and they were using this, he reported to Marvel, no longer reported to Marvel, and Ike Perlmutter, whoever that is named, and then he went directly to the films.
Perlmutter, Isaac Perlmutter.
Before he went to...
What'd you call him?
Perlmutter? I don't know.
Oh,
that works.
But he went to like Disney, and then when Marvel Studios became Marvel Studios, which is a separate entity from Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
So Feige no longer reported to Ike over at Marvel, and just started reporting to the film aspects. This sounds like it sounds like it to me. He is no longer reporting to DC Comics. He is now reporting to WB. But it's very kind of nebulous. If you read it and read the quotes, it's very nebulous.
Well, I agree with you, actually, on this one.
Oh, we agree? You're not doing that just because it's my birthday, are you?
No, honestly, no. Okay. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with that's what it means. I agree that it was nebulous. I agree that this was a complex way, and I think it was supposed to be. Like, this was on purpose, not super clear to me.
Yeah. Because then they say, like, the phrasing is, like, at this time.
Yeah, note the phrasing at this time, and we have noted Jeff's likelihood to continue working in comics to some degree, but changes seem to have come at some point. It is likely that press releases will reflect this.
Yeah.
Like, circle, circle, circle. ...
Everlasting cootie shot.
I missed that one.
So
Crap, usually you and I are on.
Maybe all the dots and the P's and Q's are not... The T's are not crossed and the I's are not dotted.
Well, over the weekend, president of DC Entertainment, Diane Nelson, posted this on her private Facebook page, and I'm going to say it in a very somber tone, because that's how the message is read. I have lost, in business, my best friend, my reality touchstone, my partner in positive reinforcement behind hard or controversial ideas, my resource in learning about the genre I now manage, and how it's what something or other, the insider perspective I may miss.
How its fans think about what we do.
Boom. Thank you. A buddy who shares the excitement and humility of forging new ground and thinking of new ways to tackle a challenging, maybe softening business. Someone who is confident in his knowledge and instincts but can remain open to hearing another idea. A confidant with whom you can share the many ups and downs of our daily work without wearing the hat of supervisor or supervisee. Someone with whom I could laugh. Someone with whom I could cry when it all feels bigger than it is.
Doesn't this kind of feel like
like
something
you
put?
Rox.
Yeah, it is kind of like us, and that's great for what I'm about to say. It feels like somebody took out a classified. It was
Right.
like
Misconnection?
this is like if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. Like that is.
Oh, yeah. I think he's just. Again, it's nebulous, but I think this is a step to him becoming Feige.
Possibly.
Because you have to understand, because remember, he, and I think I talked about in that article, he started out as an intern and like a PA for like Richard Donner's company and stuff. That's how he knew Feige. They were not in the comics aspect,
Right.
They were producers.
Sure.
I don't know if I've said this enough times, but I just love Geoff Johns. I love how he speaks. I love how he carries himself.
Yeah.
I think that he's so smart and fun and boyish. I love him. I just love him. I love his air.
He's a grown-up who still has the childlike fun about him.
He should play Shazam.
Sure.
Okay.
Actually, you know who should play Shazam?
Not really, but kind of.
Yeah, I got
You know who would be great for Shazam, and he's not going to because he's a football player, but he's a real-life superhero, is J.J. Watt. He raised $37 million for the city of Houston, and he announced today how it's going to be distributed. The dude is
He's a real baller.
Oh.
Faux show.
I don't know who that is.
J.J. Watt?
I don't know sports.
He's a 3-time defensive player of the year. A lot of injuries, but
big injury.
He's Mr. Houston. When he retires, that city's going to erect.
A lot of injuries in the sport in general. That sport's struggling with their injuries.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
But that city will erect many statues of him when he retires because good guy.
Anyway.
So, Geoff Johns, Justice League Runtime. Now, I want to get your take on this.
Oh, boy. Bring out the trolls. Release the trolls.
Here we go.
I got to admit, I don't care. I'm not mad. I'm a little bit surprised at 121 minutes. I was expecting, 141, 142, 143. I am very surprised that to me, it sounds like they cut it down.
And here we go.
They were death threats. People were writing death threats.
I saw that.
Why though?
This was wild.
What are they mad about?
We haven't even seen the film yet. What's happening? This was infuriating.
Can we talk about the fact that there is a little bit of a DC hate out there?
Oh God, yeah.
That people want to latch onto anything.
There's no doubt. Yeah.
That can show that they are not doing it right. They're because
100%.
Because if they said
Without
DC
question.
theaters confirmed runtime 3 hours 15 minutes, that would have gone just as ballistic, death threats, this and that.
Absolutely. But remember what we're talking about, people. This is what baffles me. To everybody out there, and I'm totally down, as you guys are, to anybody out there who's a full-blown adult wearing a comic book t-shirt, remember what we're talking about. We are talking about superhero movies. We're talking about hope. We're talking about film, going to see art, things that we love. Even if you don't end up liking it. Death threats? Over the runtime?
I don't even care if it's a movie about a serial killer. That's, you're going to hate yourself after you see it.
Okay.
What the F?
What I'm confused about, and I'm a little behind on this, what were people so mad about? That it wasn't long enough?
Like, he posted, there's one guy that posted the screenshots, and the first screenshot was not really an anti-DC thing. He was kind of proving the author's point. I was a little confused, but then there were death threats. I think it almost seemed like it was one particular guy that did send these emails to this one writer, and they were just...
People were upset.
Yeah, it's just like...
Johnny, originally, remember we talked about weeks ago on Reddit, I believe, they announced the runtime, or they didn't announce, it was leaked, quote-unquote, the runtime, and it was longer, and people had assumed it would be longer. So when it was shorter, there was just a lot of people talking about how, even the non-death threat people are like, this is crazy, this is too short, you promised us more,
how could...
Yeah.
And then,
I'm not even seeing it anymore.
Viviani over it, I think it was IGN, I could be wrong, he read great articles, like 20 of the greatest films that are short runtimes.
Yeah.
But before I did that, I kind of shut people down, and I said, it was 121 minutes? Star Wars. Which... Star Wars, we had no idea what that film was. That had to establish 9 characters and an entire universe in a galaxy far, far away. People repeat to that as like, nope, Star Wars was the first. This is the third, so there should be more. I was like, no, your first movie should be your longest, if anything.
Yes, to explain. I love a 2-hour movie.
You know what's 121 minutes to? Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which people say is a majority Marvel's best film to date.
And they knew less characters.
But
people knew less characters,
Raccoon. No, I'm a comic guy. There's some people I'm like, they're using Groot and Rocket?
It was an origin story.
What?
All of them were origin stories. No one knew who they were.
Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, those 3 we've got to get good introductions for, and Steppenwolf.
And you said Guardians
is the plot.
You said, how long was Guardians?
121.
You know why? People had no expectations of Guardians, and no one even thought about the runtime. Justice League is this huge conglomerate thing, and BVS was 142
but then they're like, well, you've got to
whatever.
explain this and this. I go, remember what Wonder Woman had to explain? The gods, the Amazons, Ares, the God Killer. They did that in Diana's bedtime story in 2 minutes, and it was fantastic. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And to me, it's like, look, I'm a grown-ass man. I got stuff to do. If I go see a movie, it's most likely going to be late at night. I want the movie to not be 2.5 hours
Yeah, what was
long.
that movie that I just saw? Blade Runner. God,
How long was that?
It was
It's
good,
like three
but it
something,
was
right?
it
Three.
was long.
Was it
man.
2,049 minutes?
It was so long, and it was good. It was beautiful, but like sometimes you like a little bit of a shorter movie.
And that movie, it bombed. It bombed.
Yeah.
Really?
Say, not critically.
No, and the problem is with Blade Runner, it's the fact that it's the same thing as the first one. The first one was so well received by the people that wanted to love it.
Yes.
Sure.
Major audiences, they didn't like it.
Okay, but on the flip side of this, going back to DC for a second, say they had announced that this was a 3:15 movie.
Right.
Because I prefer a movie that's closer to the 1:21s. But say it had
Sure.
been longer. I would have been like, all right, well, they needed to do that to tell the story that they decided to tell.
Yeah.
However long it ends up being is because that's how much time they needed to tell the story.
Roger Ebert had a great quote that I've been using a lot. He said, "No great movie is too long, and no bad movie is too short."
Yeah,
If
totally.
it's the movie,
I love that.
if you enjoy it, it's the perfect length. I would rather come out go, man, I want more. I want, like after Wonder Woman, I was like, I can't wait to see her again. When am I gonna see her again?
Ryan says, I love Blade Runner, but it was a toilet buster. What's a toilet buster?
You had to pee and.
Like because
I
it's
gotta go,
long,
I gotta go,
you
but
gotta
I can't. Not good. Toilet
Got
buster.
it.
Never heard that. I hope I'm right in that. I could be wrong.
I'm just dumbfounded that people are mad that 2
They
hours.
just feel that there's so much to cover with so many characters we don't know about, and to that I'm saying
That's ridiculous.
But also I'm like, this is the Return of the Jedi of this film. This is the third act.
Yeah.
We know this is the conclusion. Zack Snyder, when making BVS, knew they were making the next one. It's not like. It's not even a question of The Dark Knight Rises, where after Dark Knight, they did not have plan for a third film. There was
Right.
no
Sure.
plan in place, so they had to establish and do this and this. They knew what they had to establish. I think when I was talking to someone at breakfast this morning, I think what happened, it was originally a 3-hour film. I think they were going to segue into Justice League 2 with Darkseid being, I think they go, you know what, we need to, that's not the right way to go about this. Let's rethink this. Then Zack Snyder stepped away. Whedon came in and saw, like, you know,
And was like, actually, we should cut it here.
We can cut Darkseid.
Sure.
Let me get rid of Lex. Let's get rid of Deathstroke. Get rid of Iris. We don't need those. Focus on the core league. Wonder Woman is great. Focus on her. Streamline it.
Aquaman's great.
And give us a solid, straightforward, don't tease another film coming up. Let's focus on this. I think that's what happened.
So we're not expecting to see Deathstroke in this at all.
No.
Well,
No.
let's talk about Deathstroke, the film in development, though.
There
that was
you
your
go.
transition?
It was kind of.
Did I step on it or did I help?
No, you transitioned
I assisted.
it.
It was a layup.
You shipped it.
I assisted.
Shipped it.
Shipped it.
I don't think that works in that term.
No,
I'm just saying
don't
from the
think so
millennial
either.
term.
Yeah,
but
nope.
I know my stuff.
Totally off.
Sorry, buddy.
It's fine.
So Deathstroke. It looks like it's gonna be a solo film, and it's gotten
Came out of nowhere again.
Yeah, and it's
Was it Umberto got this scoop? I believe
It was the rap.
He writes. He's the writer,
right. Umberto says, in his opinion, this will be one of his top 3 scoops of all time. He's very excited about it. You know, most people are excited. Of course, there's some people online that are like, "Oh God, there's so many films in development. What's the truth?" I like this idea because number one, it introduces everyone to Deathstroke, maybe the casual fan, and it'll make it that much more amazing when he shows up in future films.
Yeah, I think with Justice League, because remember they teased the costume.
Yeah.
And he was on the set, and then Snyder showed the storyboards.
Remember the Affleck video?
Deathstroke looked like he was talking to Lex.
Yeah.
I think Lex was probably either hired to break Lex out or
think
something like that. To that effect.
Also, it's kind of like, and you guys might disagree with me here, but I do feel like the TV shows are a little bit of a test run to see how characters might be
Sure.
perceived, and people loved Deathstroke.
That's what they said with Suicide Squad. The cast was like, we're upset with the film because once we did well and they went and made the movie, they were like, nope, can't use Suicide Squad anymore.
Right, but I do think that
And-
because they love
sure.
Deathstroke so much, they're like, oh wow, there is a place for him.
To
People are going to love this character.
Hardcore fans, Deathstroke was always a great character.
Yes.
But before he popped up in Arrow, the general populace didn't know this character to this extent.
No, not at all.
He was never this tier 1 villain.
Actually, to
Hey,
that.
Anthony.
Hello,
Hey,
Anthony.
everybody.
Tony.
Sorry. In the defense of people probably not knowing who Deathstroke is, I did grow up watching the Teen Titans on Cartoon Network, and I believe they did have a version of Deathstroke that
Yeah,
they
he
called
was-
Slade. Yeah.
Yeah,
he was
Slade
the main
Wilson.
guy.
Yeah, Slade
I don't
Wilson.
think they were able to call him Deathstroke the Terminator. on the children's show.
No.
But it's interesting, Anthony, you talk about that because we always forget, and being of a certain age that I'm older than you, like a lot of people, like when I talk about Lantern, like I always think of Hal Jordan as my Lantern, but there's a whole generation that Jon Stewart is their Lantern because of the cartoons. They grew up
the same thing with Flash.
Sure, that would be a whole generation that Grant Gustin, that's what Barry Allen looks like to them. Yeah.
Of course. Thanks,
Anthony.
Anthony.
That's what's great about comic books.
Yeah. I agree. Is this something that you guys are interested in?
Very much. The fact
that
it's
standalone? And Gareth Edwards.
See,
I get
Evans. Gareth Evans and Gareth Edwards.
Confused. That's what I
Edwards
just did too.
is Godzilla.
Yes.
Gareth. Are they both have the same first name?
Yeah, I guess so.
Gareth Evans is the Raid.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
The fact that he did that film, and again, guys, we need to say this because I control myself sometimes. He is in talks. This could fall through tomorrow.
Sure.
It's like every director for The Flash, he's in talks. It's not set. I guess they have.
Did any of you guys see his other film, Marin 2? I don't even know it.
I've only seen The Raid and Raid 2.
I've never seen The Raid.
The Raid's phenomenal. The Raid is awesome. I'm on board for this. I think Deathstroke like this. I think
you have a chance.
I'd rather see him in his own film than being the Batman villain. I was never 100% on board with him being the main villain for Batman.
Like, obviously you don't know, but what do you think this film could be about?
Some kind of anti-hero
Do you think it would tie in at all?
I don't know, because he is the anti-hero, but he's so much better when he's an anti-hero. He's not 100% bad. He just goes where the money is.
Right. So it's going to be one of those things where almost like a Suicide Squad probably, where he takes a job that,
But again, this needs to be $30-40 million film. It doesn't need to be a $100 million epic tent pole. Throw it out in February. Throw it out in
I feel like they want
September.
They're hoping this could be like as fun as like a Deadpool. Only obviously not as funny, clearly, because
it can be that niche that we don't have, an R-rated badass action movie. I think the problem is, and I was thinking again with some friends, the DC has gotten away from and I think that's smart. I know you guys liked it with the throwing up the logos with the words like dates and title, and I think that backfired massively for them. It backfired for Marvel because you can't predict 7 years what's going to work, what's going to go where, what's going to go what and whatnot. I think it was so funny, not to get off topic, but Fiege was talking about Inhumans, or they were asking about Inhumans. They asked about something, and then they go, what about Humans? And he's like, what? He's talking to the reporter. He's like, what was that? I can't hear you, sorry.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Because they asked, like, do you think you could have done better had it stayed in film? And he was like, I can't hear you. I'm sorry, was something wrong with the microphone? Like, something to that effect.
Yeah, that's great.
He had his plans for it, and it didn't fall through.
They know, yeah.
Yeah, so I think with this, DC is now at the point that, like, you know what? Let's come up with great films. Like, stories. Writers, what do you got? What would you like to see? And then they branch out.
Interesting.
I think that's so smart.
Interesting comment from Max Palambella in chat roll. Deathstroke is basically crazy, money-hungry Captain America, which is a funny way of putting it. For those who don't know a lot about Deathstroke, here's some background information. Teen Titans #2, December 1980 is when he debuted. Deadly assassin, utilizes 90% of his brain capacity, super strength, speed, agility, durability. He's healing abilities. He's got those. Martial arts master, nightmare opponent when engaging in hand-to-hand combat, extraordinary skilled military tactician. So yeah, all that stuff.
Chicken wing specialist.
Pretty much. Damn right, he can make some boneless wings.
Suplex artist on his knees.
What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to throw out wrestling terms to make Johnny my friend.
Do you say suplex artist on his knees? That's the weirdest. Wow. That's a
suplex artist on his knees. That's a wrestling.
I'm repeating what's that manager's name? Oh man, no. Stop talking. I can't.
From when? Back in the day?
What? Bobby Heenan?
No. He wore the elastics in his beard. Lou Albano.
Yeah.
Chicken wing specialist.
Wow.
He can suplex from his knees.
Crazy Lou Albano?
That's what he would say. Yeah.
Clearly, you watch wrestling with your dad, and I love that.
Oh man.
So we're gonna have a Justice League cameo from the original. If I get this right,
yeah.
The original Jimmy Olsen from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. And he's going to be, well, it looks like he's playing a cop. His name is Mark McClure.
Yeah.
That's nice. Remember what happened to Jimmy Olsen in our universe?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's a bummer.
You'll get there.
BVS.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I'd like to forget about.
Oh, yeah.
Although I do love him on Soups Girls.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, we, congrats to Mark. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that,
I think, and again, I think it's just another nod that Sneider, as much as people say he doesn't respect and appreciate Superman, he does. Like we had the whole Ezra Miller wearing what Clark Kent wore.
Right.
The whole scene with Lois and Clark out in the field is so reminiscent of the Donner look of the film. I think he totally respects and loves. And I mean, we forget, like, didn't you guys remember Man of Steel when Clark is underneath the World Engine and the beams are popping down on him? They superimposed Christopher Reeve's face over his as the lighting changed. And it was Christopher Reeve in it. And it's like he has such respect for those films. I just think that people have a problem with it. I don't know. To each their own.
It's all subjective. Now, here's something I want to check out. I know, Mikey, you and I both said we're done watching things before Justice League. I happened to come across this. It's just more of a get-to-know Cyborg.
You cheated.
I did. But there's one thing in this clip that I feel like maybe I'm looking into it too much. And chat roll, please let me know. I feel like this might be showing something at
that
one.
Right there?
No, at 1 minute in, exactly on 1 minute. Tony, we could watch the whole thing, or
Yeah,
Mikey
let's check it out. Mikey, cover.
All right.
You're not gonna see much.
All right, let's do it. All right, so here's what happens. Up, Superman! Holy crap! In his cape. Oh, you're looking.
You saw nothing so far.
Time, Victor. Time you discover the hero you are.
To discover.
There's Mark McClure. There we go.
You should probably move. Victor
But only
Stone,
probably.
AKA Cyborg. He's a college athlete, a quarterback
he's
for Gotham City. Was
huge.
in an accident and was severely
Very
injured.
attractive.
To save his life, his father merged his body with advanced alien technology. Half man, half machine, but he's all superhero. Cyborg is totally
All
unique.
superhero.
Ray Fisher 6'3"? I didn't even know.
I don't want to see
Pick up the part, Johnny.
No one else can do what you do.
No.
You can find them.
Almost there.
He's a
Oh, I'm
technopath.
excited to see his
He's able
relationship
to
with Wonder
interface
Woman.
with
Their
any form of
interaction.
technology.
It's coming up.
Relax, Alfred. I'll take it from here.
Do I know you?
He can transform his body into different weapons. We're gonna bring in the big guns.
Right there. That was the
Those are
spot.
very big
Well,
guns.
wait.
Cyborg
What, with the
is
bringing the big guns?
We'll do a freeze frame.
The
Yeah,
power
we'll
of
come back to it.
technology and the strength of the human heart.
We need you, Victor. And maybe you need us.
He's ready to help save the world.
Ooh, why does he need them?
Never a dull moment.
Johnny, why does he need them?
What's that?
Justice is coming.
Says, we need you, Victor. Maybe you need us.
I don't know.
Is his suit malfunctioning?
Can I go back on now?
Yeah, you can.
So
we're going to go back to the image.
There's an image there at 1 minute exactly. To me, it looks like a certain someone might be doing something to a certain someone as
Well, then I'm not gonna look at it.
Cyborg is arriving. Rocks.
Some sensuality?
Look at the head of
I'm
the
gonna look
one
at my
of
thing
the
right
one
now.
character and
Oh,
look
my eyes
at.
are so bad.
It looks like
Head of one character. I can't even see who's who. What? Tell me. You,
it
Mikey,
looks
just
like
don't listen.
I'm
Steppenwolf
not
is
looking.
possibly attacking someone that might be close to Victor Stone.
That's the scene. I think we've
Oh,
seen this. This is
really?
in that sewer because Wonder Woman is fighting him on like a catwalk. Remember that in one of the trailers? She's fighting Steppenwolf on the catwalk. I think that's that scene right there, where she loses her sword and she jumps over.
Right.
I think that's that scene right there.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking
Yeah, I've seen
maybe it was his
No,
daddy.
but don't say anything. I'm just. It's kind of blurry from here, so let's leave it at that.
Perfect.
Oh, I see.
But
I see this.
can we
I
just
see
say-
it. I
Yeah.
see it now.
I don't want to see it.
All
Don't
right.
show it to me.
So Ray Fisher, 6'3",
Can we just talk about Ray
220.
Fisher?
God,
We talked about this right before the
yeah.
show started. Can you imagine? And they just started the press tour today on my birthday. For my birthday, they started the press tour.
Right.
Oh, congrats. They wrote you a card?
Ray Fisher, this man has been cast before BVS. So I'm saying in like 2014 he was cast. This guy has been 3 years, all the conventions. He like his Borg Life T-shirts. He's always on social media. This guy, can you imagine how finally
Yeah.
I can
Because he
get
had that
out.
one BVS, tiny little bitty thing.
Yeah, and that really, he was not part of the press. It was the three of them
Yeah.
the whole time. Now,
Oh
he's,
my God.
he's finally out
What?
there. Like, I feel like so happy for this guy. Like,
Me
he's in
too.
the airport. He's like, I'm going to see my boys, and him and Aquaman are hugging. I'm like, and
Yeah.
seeing them together. Like, there's clips of Ezra, Barry, or Ezra, Gal, and Ben, and they're like, well, Ben's kind of like the dad of us. And Wonder Woman's kind of like the mother, and Ezra's, he's like our son. And then Diana or Gal and Ben were like, yeah, we're real proud of you, son. And it's like they
To Ezra? Or-
yeah, because it's
But
like,
what about Ray?
well, that's Ezra. I don't know.
Yo,
But
Why
it
were
was
you
in the
just talking
clip.
about that?
I don't know. It was in the clip I was watching.
What does that have to do with you being excited for Ray?
Just everything.
Oh.
The fact that they're all. They all, the six of them together, like, each took turns at the airport. They were all like, okay, there's four of us, we're only missing two now. And, like, Henry finally came into the group, and they're like, our Superman's here,
Yeah.
And now just seeing how much they like how much they love each other. Like it's really cool to see these guys together.
Yo, this is dumbfounding to me. Maybe this is common knowledge. I didn't look it up.
About his credits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Ray Fisher had one credit before BVS. It was the Astronaut Wives Club. I'm assuming a co-star in 2015. Then he got cast in BVS.
Yeah.
He was a Broadway guy. He's a Broadway actor.
Oh, so he could do it all. Okay, well, then party on. But
yeah, that's like
Wayne.
It's not like they didn't find him off the street. So he's definitely got chops.
No, for sure. I mean, he's
30 chops.
It's a thing we don't know, you know. But everyone will probably go, oh, you know, blah blah blah. Well, look how that turned out with Gal. People were saying about her acting.
Pretty damn good.
You know, so
no, I'm happy. I think that's great.
I think he's gonna nail it.
When roles like that.
I think he's gonna.
Well, I love it when people who don't necessarily have a massive resume get shots. That's what we all want.
You know, and now for a whole generation, it's amazing to me to see Wonder Woman being the biggest costume of all time for this year for Halloween. It's the biggest one. Last year was Harley,
and not just one version of Wonder Woman. There's many versions of her costume.
I see, but they see the training. But I see women. I saw a Halloween party, tons of girls and adults and kids dressed as Hippolyta.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I mean, I don't have a costume yet.
Finally getting their day, and now we're gonna see all these kids as Cyborg next year, or this year. Hell, maybe
I don't.
You know,
I don't have a costume yet. I might be Wonder Woman. I don't know.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. You can borrow my stuff.
I think it's great.
I don't want to really break it.
No, it's like arm, head.
Oh, sweet, perfect. New IMAX posters, y'all. So let's check these out.
Let's talk about this because I got a lot of crap, and I said I didn't like it. I talked about it on last week's show. I did not like the one they put of the 5 of them popping off. And I think it was
the one with
Campia said it looked like a coloring book. And
the Superman cutout one?
No, it was before.
I love this one.
It was before. It was the one that came out last week. It was the 5 of them.
That one?
No, last week. Last week.
I know what you're talking about.
And it just looked bad. It looked like a coloring book.
I don't feel that way.
Then, not for these ones.
No, I don't feel that way about last week's.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Then that's why it's a poster. But that one is brilliant, and I did not see Superman right away.
I didn't either.
It took me a while. I was like, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
And then last night they dropped this IMAX one, which is like a comic book cover. And
it's really cool.
I wish studios went back to the days of those kind of posters when they were artists drawing them, not photoshopped.
I would love to have this poster on my wall.
I would love that without the IMAX thing and without the save. If it just said Justice League up at the top.
I personally love this one too.
I would love a great print
Even
of
if
that.
it didn't say Justice League. Anthony, this one's your favorite too?
Just
I gotta
the art
say,
itself.
This is beautiful.
Just the colors on it.
I agree.
Like, I think it's great. I think it's...
Yeah, it's really good.
And can we just... I know they're hinting at it more and more. They're doing so damn good with their marketing.
I want to put this in my beach house. First, I have to buy a beach house, but then I can put this in there.
As much as I've gone on,
frame it.
dark and whatever, I still don't really know the plot of this film, and I love that.
Yeah.
We're 3 weeks away from tonight. 3 weeks. I don't know the plot of this film.
Any luck with getting a screening?
Why has it looked at me?
I'm asking you. I'm emailing everybody I know at Warner Brothers. Can you guys please tweet at them or something? Like, what's happening? We've been doing this show for 3 years as of like next week or something. By the way, can you guys tell us how long we've been doing the show? We can't figure it out.
Why can't we do like Collider and those guys? Like they have a media department. We've got to be able to like.
I know. We got to be able to get.
We get invited to those.
All the
press
other ones.
things, junkets and stuff. So I don't know if you guys listen. Let us know what we got to do.
Yeah. Let us know who we got to give some sausages to.
Because, if you just listen to everyone that talks about me, you'll know that I'm on DC's payroll.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So you should be able to.
I suckle at the DC teat.
Oh, wow.
So I'm your perfect guy for those things.
Come the screening?
I am the perfect person for you guys to see your movie.
We got some behind-the-scenes photos that have been released. ScreenRant.com.
Snyder's been doing these. He's been dropping them
right.
like up until, which was great. I love these. Do we have the one about the Amazons on the Batmobile?
I think
we do. That one was freaking awesome.
Hello. Now, Samantha Joe is the one that's kind of kneeling in the front. She was in Wonder Woman.
Right.
Aoba, I think she's.
They're all
Aoba is her character
definitely name. CrossFitters. That's for sure.
Yeah, for real.
Some of those. Yeah, they're massive.
It's awesome.
They're Amazons, right?
There's the.
That's what they should look like.
Yeah.
All different sizes.
Yeah, of course.
Because there were some girls thinner in Wonder Woman, which I thought was great.
Still strong though.
Yes. Batman showing Aquaman how to use a trident. I think it's great. They're combing his hair, right?
Yeah, somebody's doing something to Momoa, something. Yeah.
And if you guys do, actually I shouldn't say that because these are all Sneider releasing these.
What?
They have not.
See, look how happy he looks.
I know, like they're on set, like.
Yeah.
This guy's living the dream, man.
Living the dream. Everybody that was
because it was
living
like
it up.
Anthony Mackie said it really cool about him as Falcon. He's like, they're African American kids that are gonna have Halloween costumes now.
So cool.
And to think
great.
he's got to be the same way. And Chadwick Boseman, I think it's great. I think they're doing so good. They're not releasing Whedon on set directing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I think Zach would be totally cool with it and go, absolutely, it's his film too.
But I know what you mean.
But they're not stealing the limelight away from it's his film.
Yeah, I like that too.
And
it seems very respectful.
And the fact that and Whedon probably could have gone to the DGA, the Directors Guild, and fought for co-credit. He probably could have. There's very strict rules on how much you do, what is, and I think he probably, but he's not that kind of guy.
Nah.
I think he
Well,
just
he
went
also
in and
doesn't
like,
need it.
No, he doesn't. But I think he goes, no, I'm not going to take credit. It's his film, and he said that. And I think that all this, the behind the scenes is Zach. I think that's great.
It's gonna be.
He's like, I got a nice little paycheck from it. I'll take
and
that.
I'm doing Batgirl.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. And well, speaking of directors, our homie James Wan. Here's a Aquaman set photo from them playing in the ocean. Which
Do you think she'll be popular on Halloween this year?
I'll wait. I think they'll wait for her
Next year?
film. Yeah, I think it'll be next year because her film comes out Christmas time, so the marketing will hit right around Halloween. It'll be next year because what's gonna happen? I think we'll get a tease of her in this, some good scenes, and you'll want to know more about her.
Maybe even not till the year after, really. Then.
Yeah, but the fact that she is there now, Mara will be, because remember last year BVS had come out. Wonder Woman was not that popular last Halloween. It was Harley.
All Harley.
And we got
and even a lot of Poison Ivies too.
Yeah, we got a great amount of Wonder Woman in BVS. So I think Mara next year.
Okay.
And moving on, we got a couple additions to Shazam, which will begin filming in February. We have Maxime.
They have announced it. He said they gave the date, right? It's official.
February 5th.
Are you still feeling Swervy McGurvy?
To
Shazam?
Them filming?
Yeah.
They said yes.
I just know that from day one, Johnny's been like,
we
Swerve!
were always like, this film, if it happens, it happens. We're not going to talk about it.
At this
but
point,
here it goes.
I still kind of feel that way.
We're almost November, and they say we're shooting February 5th. That's 3 months. At this point, you got to believe them. They added Maxime Alexandra as a production designer. I'm sorry, cinematographer, and then Jennifer Spence as production designer. They're both from the Annabelle.
2.
Yeah, right. And then Jennifer Spence worked on Paranormal Activities, The Nun, all 3 Insidious.
So it's funny. It's interesting because of where James Wan comes from. Horror, 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 horror.
Yeah, which is not Shazam. So that's going to be...
But it's an interesting style of shooting. So we'll see.
It sure is. And lastly, before we get to TV time...
sorry, I'm talking about Aquaman. When I just said that, I forgot we had moved on to Shazam.
Either way.
Okay.
Maybe James Wan hooked them up.
Yeah, sure.
They're all friends in the DC.
Everyone's friends.
All of a sudden, I'm like, wait, why am I talking about James Wan? Nope, we moved on to Shazam.
So David Ayer has, this is silly, but it's the last story. David Ayer has followed rumored Catwoman actress Isa Gonzalez on Twitter, as has Joe Manganiello.
All right, so I put the story in, and I almost wrote asterisk, sorry Mikey. Yeah, because I know when he's going to hate something, and I knew that this was going to be one of them. But it's a story. I know it's just on Reddit.
But is it a story? It's a non-story.
Who is she?
She was in Baby Driver.
Yes.
The hot... beautiful.
I didn't see Baby
see it either.
She is beautiful.
The movie's amazing, and she is great in it.
Okay, well there you go.
I think
if it is who I think it's who I'm thinking of right now.
She's from Baby Driver.
Yeah, okay.
I just think they're non-stories. When someone follows someone on Twitter, it's maybe he went to see Baby Driver and liked it. I do that when I go to a movie and I see people I like. There's a TV show I'm watching called Brave on NBC right now. I don't know. I don't follow these actors, but I started following them. I look them up. I follow them.
Sure.
So
That's all that matters.
absolutely, it could be. But she was previously rumored, and then this happened.
Previously rumored by who? Fans?
Yes.
Okay. See, no.
Looks like she's been working a lot.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mikey Christmas. Happy birthday to you.
Blow out them candles, homie.
Wait, make a wish.
Hold on.
Hurry up.
Yeah, thanks, team.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Wow, we got a lot of cupcakes.
Are you one? Are you two?
What?
You know you
Thank
do
you,
that,
guys.
so you get two. Yeah, happy 21st.
We
already discussed it was your 25th, so
We
you
have
know.
a lot of cupcakes to eat. Damn.
What is it? Some kind of
so
cupcake squad?
What is this? I'm gonna come on, cupcake squad.
I could cry.
love you.
Tear up so easily, boy.
Sorry for all of our audio listeners whose ears we just blew out, but we love
guys.
Mikey Christmas and it's his birthday.
Oh my God, are we gonna eat these now?
And these are the best cupcakes in Los Angeles.
They look
I will
phenomenal.
say.
I've never Georgetown
Cupcakes are the
I've
best
never
in
heard of
Los
them.
Angeles. They're amazing. There's with caramel. There's with peanut butter. There's
Jesus
cookies
Christ.
and cream. There's vanilla. There's red velvet. So we got the whole gambit.
Where are they located?
That's cookies and cream.
What's this?
That's just chocolate with vanilla, but it's called birthday cake.
And that's
Now, how did
That's the peanut butter. That's the caramel. That's vanilla with chocolate.
So
That's red
do we
velvet.
eat now or do we?
I mean, why
You're
not?
allowed- it's your
TV time.
birthday.
Well, you guys gotta share them with
It's your birthday. You can
You gotta
eat
share it
if
with
you
me.
want to. Eat if you want
So
to.
how'd you discover Georgetown cupcakes?
Because they're from Georgetown, which is not
Maryland?
relevant to the story.
Okay, fair enough. Do you
that-
want to do TV time while Mikey
Can we
eats?
do a close up on him? Oh yeah, let's go to TV time.
TV time. Whenever
How's
we'll do
it?
it.
It's time.
They're good. It's freaking great.
TV time. All the girls think Johnny's fine. Adam's cooking, so they're fine. Also, Mikey, Christmas time. DC movie news. It's time to talk.
TV time. Wow,
That's right.
so many songs in the last 30 seconds.
A lot going on.
Cool. Is that the caramel one? It's phenomenal. This is so good. Good. All right, so
He's so subtle.
here's the deal. Let's talk a little bit about TV time, things that came on this past week. Here are the specific things I want to talk about. We're going Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, Gotham, Lucifer. It's always hard to talk about Arrow now that they've moved it so late in the week. So we're a week behind. But here are the few things I wanted to mention. The Bruce Wayne. Are you caught up? Do you care if I spoil a couple things?
I know that.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Bruce Wayne reference. So Oliver Queen literally was like, "That's not my head." For all you know, they could Photoshop it. It could have been Bruce Wayne's head, which was one of like 50 confirmations that Bruce Wayne is in their universe, which people are both upset about and happy about. They're upset because they're like, if Batman lives on this world and thus on this universe and Earth 2 or wherever they are, Earth 1 or 37, I forget where they are, then why isn't he here helping?
A lot of
It was so
Earths.
good.
A lot of Earths.
He was like, "You got to split it with me," and then he ate.
Oh,
all
it's
of
gone.
it.
What kind? You went to caramel?
Yeah,
good.
Caramel's
Oh,
great.
dude. Good-
Caramel's a great choice. So that was an interesting thing that people are debating right now. In general, it was a pretty good episode of Arrow, I will say. Flash, loved this episode of Flash. Was all about it, except I'm kind of bummed because, spoiler alert, where's Wally going? Are we losing Wally West? What the F is happening?
Is he going to Legends?
No, he just was like, guys, I got to do my thing. Peace. Which
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, he'll
Why
be
did
Is
you?
the actor going away?
I don't think so. I don't know. The last we talked about somebody leaving a show was we talked about Martin Stein's character,
'Cause he
Victor
was
Garber.
going to do a play.
Yeah, so he's leaving Legend. So I hadn't heard that Wally was leaving. So I don't know whether that's just something that they're going to do for like one episode and then he comes back. He did say he's like, I'm a speedster, so whenever you need me, I can be back here. But I don't know. And then Jesse Quick dumped him, and that was a weird situation. I'm just kind of confused on why. I still think Jesse's dad is really ill, Tom Cavanaugh's character. So I don't know. Why'd she do that? And, okay, this is something interesting. So on her Earth, no, she's on Earth too. When you break up with somebody, instead of telling them, you give them a box, and the box pops up your, like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my Obi Hope, a hologram, and it pops open a hologram and tissues. So it's a hologram of you breaking up with them with tissues.
So it's like a breakup gram?
Yes, it's a breakup
This is
gram.
real?
On Earth 2, it's real.
So
that's
people
what
are
they
lazy.
did. Yeah,
They're just like-
so she sent him a thing, and I thought that was a crazy way to break up with somebody. So I loved that.
So it's like a singing telegram, only weirder.
Kind of, but she's like, sorry, don't want to be with you. And then it zitzed out, and then her dad had to explain to Wally that his daughter was breaking up with him and that this is a breakup gram. Moving on to Legends, this show is just so weird. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Everything going on with Vixen.
We met...
Like, what?
Well, we met Zari.
Yeah, so that's
But
really...
This is ISIS.
Yes, kind of.
They cannot say it's ISIS
for DC purpose,
for
whatever
the
it is.
purpose of, yes.
But, yes.
But she is ISIS, the character of the old, was it 70s or 60s TV show?
You just know there
70s.
would have been, like, horrible tweets
You
about
can't.
that. Yeah.
Like, there's a whole generation that has no idea about this character, that was their TV show.
And it's just gotten so weird, but I love it. Sarah Lance is so badass. Amaya's staying, which I'm glad about because I really like Vixen, and she's gotten a sense of her powers. I wonder what's going to happen with her and Steel. They're doing this whole, like, kind of yes, kind of no. I don't know. Supergirl, we went to Mars. That was childo. We had a real hard time there, but we pulled through because we always do. I like episodes that are Martian-centric. You know, it costs them a lot of money, so they're like, we're going to make these great episodes because we're putting in so much money. And this wasn't just Martian Manhunter. We went and we had all of the white Martians and green Martians as well. So that was a pretty strong episode for me. And moving on to Gotham.
Professor Pig?
No.
Is he not in yet?
Bruce, like, just killed Ra's al Ghul. Like, what?
Oh, he's not dead.
It was like he crumbled into this skeleton of skeletons. It was I don't know. That show, I still like. Lucifer, what are you doing? Who are you trying to pair Decker with? What's happening here? What am I supposed to ship? Is it this new guy who got shot for her? What? That's how I feel about that.
Can we talk about Tallahassee, please?
Yeah, definitely, because this is exciting. Those are all the episode things. I know there's so much more, but that's it for TV time for that. So our first Muslim TV primetime superhero.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
We were introduced to her on Legends of Tomorrow.
ISIS.
Like you were talking about before.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's
and it
okay.
looks like she's been a very busy actress since 2008.
So yeah,
cool.
she's been busy. People are loving the casting. They're loving that it seems like she's gonna stay, and and that she's not named ISIS. Those are all things people are loving. So jumping to her, that's pretty cool. And honestly, it's 2017. It's about effing time.
Why not? Yeah.
Like, more than why not?
Yeah.
How is it possible that it's taken this long?
For what?
For there to be a Muslim superhero on primetime TV.
I don't know. I think it's like in the comics. It's slow. It's stopping being a white boys club.
Yes.
And it's just evolving.
So the character, we're saying
that
not just the actress, the character is also Muslim as well. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
I think in the TV show was an Egyptian princess. I never watched it. I think it was before my time, but she was an Egyptian princess. But
she has
the background on it now.
She's an Iranian American.
Right.
The actress is.
Yes. Yes, she is, and the character as well.
See, I agree with character. I think an Iranian American actress could play any role. We could have had an American Iranian as Black Canary.
Of course.
Absolutely.
But you're saying with that is a character, a superhero. I think
because
it's
you were talking about people with Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
like
with
people...
Marvel, with Miss Marvel is Kamal Khan is I don't know her ethnicity, but it's different than the Carol Danvers white girl. Yeah. Captain Marvel, and that's massive in the comics right now. So it seems like it starts in the comics and then filters to TV.
What'd you wish for?
I don't tell you; it's not going to come true.
Good point.
All
right, that's it.
And that's it for TV time, which means we have to go eat 5 cupcakes and celebrate the rest of Mikey Christmas.
I like how you guys steamrolled over my. Did you plan this to happen when you did the Catwoman article because you knew I was going to go ham on it?
No.
You're like, let's just shut him up real quick. Stick a cupcake in his mouth.
What Catwoman article?
Yeah, the Twitter one.
Yeah, I know you did.
Oh, sure. I mean, we didn't plan the
I told
cupcakes.
him, I look at the rundown, I go, come in around
I want to get
55.
I am going to get, somehow, Geoff Johns, Sneider, one of those guys, I'm going to get them to follow me on Twitter. I'm just going to get them. And I want the internet.
See if people
I want the internet to go ballistic.
You're annoying.
Yep,
it's your birthday, so I take it back.
Well, Mikey Christmas, we could not be happier that it's your birthday.
I cannot be happier that I was able to
celebrate. We hope you have an amazing one. And, obviously, Chat Roll was very stoked. Your birthday fell on a day we recorded. It's great.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great news day. Oh, we didn't talk about it.
What?
The
score?
2 things dropped today. Yeah.
Right. The score. Holy
BVS Press has started. The press tour, they're in Beijing, I believe.
Yeah.
Go check out all their Instagram feeds because it's hysterical
it's
watching
awesome.
them all to get together. And
I agree.
Danny Elfman released 1 track from his score, and my friends and I sent it to them. They're not.
They're not as impressed as you are.
No, they were not. They're like, there's no discernible theme, and I'm just kind of like,
Adam really loved it. You loved it. I really liked it.
To me, it sets the tone for his music because if you look at the track list is out. There's Flash's theme, Batman's theme, Cyborg's theme, Aquaman and Atlantis, all these tracks. So I think Danny Elfman is Danny Elfman. So I would just recently listen to John Williams' Superman score again, and I get goosebumps every time I listen to it. And to know that he's going to be using some of that in Superman with this,
sure,
I think we're in for a treat.
Cool.
Agreed.
So check it out, guys. I think it's on YouTube.
We're at DC Movies SK on Twitter, Facebook.com/DC Movies SK. And also, you know, if you guys know of any cool cons that you think we would be great to be on a panel, we want to have our show on a panel. I know Wizard World, we were reaching out to them via Twitter, and you guys were super supportive. So anything like that, man, let's get on board. Yeah. Why not?
Sorry, one more thing for TV time. Ryan Potter was cast as Beast Boy. Thanks for reminding me, guys. I always forget to talk about Titans. I got you
covered last week.
Oh, you said it?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay. Because that was for last week. Because that search took a very long time.
That was months.
Yeah, that was a month search.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey's got me.
Well, real quick, just to talk about it, he was the kid that did the Robin fight demo.
Yes.
I ate crow on the show about it. I said, you know, hey, it worked.
Well, it maybe didn't work for what he was
going for, but he got cast in he was going for Affleck's Batman film at the time, but
sure.
Hey, you know, who knows?
Very cool.
Yeah, got cast and it worked. So, Mikey Christmas, put yourself up.
Hey, guys, find me at Mike Kalinowski. I know I talked about it on last week's show, but guys, Steven and I, my producer here, we are definitely not redoing, but Character Corner is going to come back bigger and better.
Vamping it.
We're just revamping it with some different ideas, kind of going to more streamline it towards film, but also towards you guys. So I think, like, every week we're going to do a poll. I'll put up 4 characters, and you guys, whichever character gets the biggest amount of hits, we're going to do that one.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the format we're going to go for, so hang out. It's going to be coming soon.
That's awesome.
Roxy.
I'm Roxy Striar. You can find me at Roxy Striar. And also, I'm trying to figure out who I should be for Halloween.
Me too.
So tweet at me
Someone
that
told
kind
you
of
Mikey
thing.
Christmas.
Yeah. What would I wear?
T-shirt and jeans and a leather jacket.
Yeah, but you'd have to lend me your brown leather. And I get drunk on Halloween. You don't want to lend it to me.
Fair enough. Party at my place tomorrow
Enchantress.
night, by the way, guys.
You think so? So I can just dance all night?
Just dance all night, be drunk and dance all night.
Getting jiggy with it. I actually think I'm going to try to be White Canary.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, you're the White Canary.
That would look great. Party at my place tomorrow night, you two. So.
And all the chat?
Chat,
sure.
the address in the Twitter link.
They want to show up? Yeah, that'd be great.
Anyway.
Anything else?
No, that was it.
All right, Adam Gertler. Follow him at Adam Gertler. I'm at Jay Quasto. Go to QuastoAlbum.com. Pick up the brand new, well, not brand new now, it's almost 3 months old, but I'm sure proud of it. My brand new comedy album. And let's see, what else? Championship Wrestling from Arizona. We have a huge television taping in Phoenix this Saturday night, so if you want to come check us out, hit me up on social media. I will give you all the info. Other than that, guys, go to jlocomedy.com. I'll be in Detroit in just a couple of weeks at the Comedy Castle, and then I'll be in Vegas.
The Comedy Castle?
Yeah. Club I've always wanted to do. I'm looking forward to it. And then Vegas in December. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.